This is my advanced Vegas tutorial video. Here I'll talk about some of the tricks you can use to get high scores, as well as some behind-the-scenes stuff that you can use to your advantage. Again, this is only how I play Vegas. I run into plenty of Vegas players that are better than I am, but knowing this is better than knowing nothing at all. It's also better than mono as far as scoring potential goes. Because this is the advanced video, I'll cut down on commentary about why and when I do simple things like shuffle the board. This song is much faster than the one in the basic video. More blocks will have to be avoided and more split-second decisions will have to be made. This is something that really only comes with experience and fast reflexes. If you're a mono player, you may already have the second part down. More rule breaking. I collected those purple blocks because there were a lot of them in a group. They matched and disappeared right afterwards. Honestly, they're worth so little it's probably not worth it to pick them up at all unless you're concerned about chaining. I'll explain what chaining is in a little bit. In this fast section of the song, I have to slow down collecting blocks. If I were to grab every non-purple block, I would overfill very quickly. If you have to be choosy, hit the yellow and red blocks as they're worth the most. That yellow paint I just hit gave me 12,000 points. Normally, a yellow match of this size would give me about 5,000. The difference is chaining. Chaining means that matches made in succession will give you more points. If you make a match within about 2 seconds of another match, then you'll get bonus points. If you then go on to make another quick match, then the bonus will be even higher. The bonus continues to grow until the chain is broken. That is, when you go more than 2 seconds without making a match. In practice, this means that paint and multiplier power-ups are more effective in faster areas of the song, where you're getting more matches. Getting a red paint power-up is exciting, but try to resist the urge to use it right away. This is one part of a combo that can potentially give you over 100,000 points. Save it until you can use it with the other part. And there it is. Do you see it coming up in the right shoulder? Now I have a board nearly full of reds and a ×4 bonus to add to that. The 82,000 points I get doubles my total score in seconds. Timing is important in the paint multiplier combo. If you use the paint too early, then it will disappear before the multiplier can affect it. Too late, and you risk another match using up the multiplier bonus. The timing will be different depending on your situation, and I'm afraid that's something that only comes with practice. You will probably mess up your combos more often than you'll land them. When combined with chaining, this can give you 70, 80, or over 100,000 points in one go. In fact, if I had rolled a ×7 multiplier instead of a ×4, that match would have been about 140,000. That's why this is called Vegas. You may have been wondering why I started collecting purple blocks again. I'm collecting blocks to use with this yellow paint to get a match 21 bonus. If you ever fill all 21 squares in your board with one color, you'll get a 21% bonus to your final score. This is almost as much as a clean finish bonus, so it's worth skipping a few blocks to carefully fill up your board, then use a paint power-up. In this case, because Storm can't make you overfill, I use that to add the last few blocks before using the paint. Just a quick note about more behind-the-scenes scoring. Matching more than one color together, like you see here, will give you a bonus to all matches. It's about 30% more per color. When you get a multiplier, use the same strategy as the paint. Wait until you can combine it with the other half of the combo. Just remember to trigger it a bit before you hit the paint because it takes a second to settle on a number. This is the best possible situation. A red paint and multiplier in my stack. Now I just have to get a decent chain going, a full board, and then use both in quick succession. Oh, yeah, sometimes Vegas will screw you over, as it did at the worst possible time for me. You see, normally when you hit a block that fills up a column, the game will forgive you if you collect another block in that column within a second or so. Shuffling has no such grace period. If the result of a shuffle leaves a column full and you hit a block in that instant, you will overfill. I lost 20,000 points and the opportunity for many thousands more in this case. In Vegas, you just have to take the good with the bad. I'm doing pretty bad with hitting purples at this part, probably because I'm still kicking myself for messing up that combo. Now I'd rather lose points by hitting the blue paint than having to deal with a bunch of purples floating around. In a few more seconds I hit some more purples, but luckily I'm able to get rid of them pretty quickly. A wild storm can be very helpful if you have 1 or 2 blocks left over at the end. And there you go. I should add a disclaimer here. As the name suggests, Vegas is heavily based on luck. I'll admit that most of the time I don't get huge 80 to 100,000 point combos. That's above average. I record every song I surf, and I chose these 2 videos because they show you everything that can go right and very wrong about Vegas. You'll notice this quickly as you practice. But don't get discouraged if you can't beat that one guy who just dethroned you. I enjoy getting high scores, but I keep coming back to Audiosurf because it's an engaging and interesting way to listen to my music. Make fun your goal, and you'll find the motivation to keep practicing. I'm Kishman, and this is Vegas. Good luck.